Do you know that hypercholesterolemia or dyslipidemia, mataas ang cholesterol o abnormal ang levels ng cholesterol, triglyceride, are not diseases by themselves. Hindi sila sakit, but rather they are risk factors for the development of atherosclerosis. And we know that atherosclerosis is the underlying cause for the development of cardiovascular, neurovascular diseases such as myocardial infarction, yung atake sa puso o yung stroke. So, treatment of hypercholesterolemia, dyslipidemia, medications given for this are not aimed at curing or treating the disease itself, but rather they are actually a means of risk reduction. Risk reduction, ibig sabihin, pinabababa yung potential, yung chance of getting atherosclerosis and of course subsequently getting these cardiovascular and neurovascular diseases. So yung hypercholesterolemia actually is just like mga obesity, yan, risk factor yan. Hypertension, diabetes mellitus, yung sedentary lifestyle, yung abnormal high carbohydrate diet. Ito po yung mga risk factors na nagko-contribute po ng risk of having atherosclerosis, development of atherosclerosis, and of course, subsequently complicating into cardiovascular diseases. Binabalance po yung risk of treatment kasi yung statins, for example, yung cholesterol lowering drugs, meron din yung risk for its adverse effect. Meron ding risk kung hindi mo iti-treat, meron ding risk. But there are other risk factors that we can emphasize and reduce, okay, such as obesity, yung diet mo. We can there are such things as modifiable risk factors na pwede nating makontrol din yung levels of cholesterol and lipid, utilizing and emphasizing on physical activity, for example, and a change in lifestyle. Instead of being sedentary, you increase your physical activity. Or yung diet, instead of having a high carbohydrate and high fatty diet, then you can limit the levels, or you can prevent the hypercholesterolemia or dyslipidemia. Cholesterol in itself is very important in our body. We have taken this up. That's part of bile. It's something that's related to cell membranes and vitamin D, and it's as part of the neurons or nerve cells, and it's a precursor for the production of hormones, steroids, and so on and so forth. So makikita natin, we have to weigh the risk related to lowering and taking statins and cholesterol lowering drugs, and the risk of having atherosclerosis. So yung atherosclerosis, pinag-usapan natin yan eh. We have to know that atherosclerosis starts to develop according to science, according to studies. Nagde-develop yan even in the first decade of life. May ebidensya na nagde-deposit yon. And it goes on progressively through the ages. So when you reach your senior years, yung normal lang ang kung normal ang iyong lifestyle, then it's going to develop just the same. But if you have these risk factors, di lalong mas madali kang magkakaroon ng bara sa iyong mga kaugatan na producing cardiovascular or neurovascular diseases. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng lowering of the risk factors, and one of them would be lowering the levels of the low density cholesterol and correcting dyslipidemia. So that's it, folks.